Personally, I don't really have any of that, but you know, if you are going to do candles again, the eco thing is huge, and it doesn't matter if you think you care about green. Republican, Democrat, old, young, you got to go natural with the candles. Conventional candles, the beautiful smelling stuff in there is toxic, and when toxic stuff burns, it's really bad for you. It's carcinogenic, which means cancer causing. So go with beeswax, go with natural. Get some incense. I particularly recommend Japanese incense. It's really clean and natural, some of it. Yeah, again, just do your research, ask around.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Comes to beverages now. What's the yogi beverage of choice? What are you choosing for a responsible choice?
Well, this is a huge one. You're not, this applies to food as well. You shouldn't be drinking too much in yoga class, even if you're thirsty. But you will probably want to bring some water so you can have it before and after class. Bring it in a reusable container. Stainless steel is probably the best. Glass is the best as long as you don't drop it. There's a ton of fancy containers out there. You can get one of them if you want. Really, stainless steel is so basic. It's so good. Try and buy made in the USA, so it's not a green product that's shipped halfway across the world. If you're going to have a you know, plastic water bottle of some kind, try and make it with some recycled PET content. Again, just conserving resources is the way to go.
Great tip. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is now I'm a sustainable yogi. What do I eat? What are the things I'm looking for when it comes to food purchases?
Well, the great thing is you come out of yoga class and you feel like a new person. And you naturally don't want to eat greasy food with lots of trans fats and that's processed and been shipped 1,500 miles across the U.S., which is the average distance that our average meal has been shipped, 1,500 miles. So go local. You know, get some organic, if you can, that is also local. You know, there's a ton of great restaurants probably in your area that have some good salads, that kind of stuff. You can go to a kind of green grocery store. Michael Pollan, who's one of my idols, a food writer for the New York Times, says basically if you're cooking it, it's 90% better than any of the food Americans are eating right now. Meaning if you're cooking it, if you're actually preparing something from scratch, it's going to be less processed.
That's good. Okay, what does a sustainable yogi read?
Right. Well, I would give big props to the grandma in the yoga information community, which is Yoga Journal magazine. They do a good job on talking about green, talking about yoga. There's an incredible website called greenopolis.com that I pretty much go to for everything. You know, maybe I'll go to Facebook once in a while, but Greenopolis is pretty much, I go there 20 times a day. Elephantjournal.com is probably the only thing as good as Greenopolis. It's really good looking and charming and kind of just personally magnetic. And, oh, I mean, the website is really good. Has a lot of kind of green tips, yoga tips. Yeah, we try and come from a place of integrity and humor and kind of keep it light and fun, but we're not afraid of tearing apart people who maybe are a little hypocritical. So we try and get some good articles out there.
That's great. Well, now that I'm a practicing sustainable yogi, what any other kind of lifestyle things that I'm going to want to incorporate into my day-to-day activities? So, I mean, I think like bringing bags to the grocery store, helping me be a little bit more mindful when it comes to research, covering our resources and conserving our resources. Any other tips?
I would say one of the big ones, again, mostly for the ladies, but guys, go crazy, is makeup. Makeup, anything you're putting on your skin is like a big sponge and will absorb up to 87% supposedly of whatever you put on it. So use organic soap, use natural makeup, try and just get rid of chemicals. Chemicals don't clean, chemicals aren't good, they shouldn't be on your skin. I think the bag tip is a great one. Always have little bags with you wherever you go. Try and bike, and just try and, you know, conserve resources. Again, recycle, compost, try and use those eco light bulbs, all that kind of stuff.
So it's a broad lifestyle. it involves recycling. It involves thinking about where your food comes. It involves replacing one mat for a better choice. It's all inclusive of everything we touch. You can actually think of a way to help conserve resources. Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about just being responsible for whatever you buy and whatever you get rid of. So whatever you're buying, make sure it's organic and natural. Whatever you're getting rid of, make sure you give it away, recycle it, compost it.
And look for those products that do have recycled materials in them.
You got
That's
it.
A great tip. Okay, well, I think we have some questions from the audience. So here we go. Let's see. Ooh, Julie Coleman in Phoenix, Arizona asks, what does the elephant symbol mean? On the Elephant Journal, I think probably a lot of people ask you that, right?
Yeah, it comes up a lot. I was in D.C. last week, actually, and it came up a lot there. It's not particularly a Republican symbol, although we do believe in bipartisan involvement in the green, kind of mindful way of life. The elephant really goes back to that legend about the 6 blind men and the elephant, and one is grabbing the leg and saying, oh, it's a tree trunk, and one is grabbing the tail and saying, oh, it's a snake. 6 blind men are grabbing different parts of the elephant, thinking it's a different thing. And when they open their eyes, if they could, they would see it's the same thing. Same thing, Republican or Democrat, rich or poor, healthy or not, young or old, black or white, whatever it is, we all want to live a good life that's good for the planet, have blue skies, green grass, and happy children.
I love it. Abundance.
Yeah.
Okay, this comes from Tim from Tampa, Florida. What is the most rewarding part of your job?
The most rewarding part of my job. I feel like this is where I say something really trite that makes me gag if I'm watching it. I would say the most rewarding part of my job is probably the worst part of my job, which is just the elbow grease. Really just doing the work, sitting at my laptop alone, not outside, not at yoga class, not interviewing Deepak Chopra or Michael Pollan or one of my idols. It's really the elbow grease, because that's what produces, hopefully, the content, the videos, the articles that hopefully can be interesting to people and help change their lives a little bit. And if all of us can share that kind of good info, we can turn this world around.
Well, my selfish hope is that you continue to keep up that elbow grease, because we get a lot of information from you, and we appreciate it very, very much. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
And stick with us. Check back into greenopolis.com for some more tips on also how to get a hold of Waylon. You can definitely see that there on greenopolis.com. And we hope to see you all soon for another broadcast.
And this particular video with Melissa of Greenopolis has inspired me. I'm going to do a top 10 green yoga tips on elephantjournal.com dedicated to the lovely Melissa of lovely recycling conservation crazy greenopolis.com.
So you're going to take us out with a pose, right?
Yeah, child's pose.
Okay, thanks everyone. I'm going to go to corpse pose. See you all soon.
Namaste.
Namaste.